cat. Okay, let's try this again.
Hello. What's going on? This is Podrey, and my question to you is, have you seen a movie called Arrival? It came out in 2016. I just saw it tonight on Netflix, and I want to let you know that I like movies. I like movies just like I like music, food, photography, things like that. And when it came down to this movie right here, it was like, it came in like, should I finish this movie? Or, and basically when it comes down to me and movies, I either say fuck this movie within the first 10-15 minutes, or I make up my mind within the first 10 or 15 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this all the way to the end. Okay? And then I still get damn near halfway through it, and I might click off and watch something else, but I might come back like a day or two later to, fast forward the movie back to the middle part to start where I left off. I've done a lot of movies like that, and I've still been disappointed at the end of the movie. And then there's a few times when I've done that, and I was like, okay, I'm glad that I stuck it through and watched it all the way to the end. Well, this movie, Arrival, as I was watching it, I looked at the beginning, and I want to say this. I try not to figure shit out when it comes down to watching a movie. It's kind of like watching a trailer. I don't like watching a trailer because, I want to be completely surprised by everything that's going to happen. I want to take in the movie, and I want to sit back and enjoy all the different pleasures that I get to, get my senses wrapped around. And so, I'm watching this movie, and I'm constantly saying, this movie is so fucking stupid. And then I'm just like, okay, so what's going to happen next to explain what just happened, within, like the beginning. And as I'm getting to the middle, I'm like, okay, so I'm still wondering how this part ties into that part, that type of thing, right? And even though I try not to do that, there's just some movies that it's like a gravitational pull. It takes my whole experience of the movie and it drags it down that gravitational pull. And I'm just like, man, okay, so why? And I knew that by the time I got to the end, I was going to have to look up some videos on what the writer was thinking when it came down to the movie. But I'm going to have to say that this movie, Arrival, I think the only thing that I liked about it that was different was its take on an alien craft, a UFO. I've had issues with the imagination of writers and directors because it's kind of like the imagination to create something organic is lost. You know what I'm saying? It's like completely lost. When you see these aliens, they're going to remind you of something that you've already seen before. Alright? When you hear their language, it's going to remind you of something that you've already heard before. When it comes down to the mystery of the movie and the puzzles that's in it, it's going to remind you of something that you've seen before in other movies. And that's what pisses me off. But like I say, the spacecraft, it was decent to a certain degree, because it still reminded me of some 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, or whatever the hell, type of sci-fi attack of the aliens type of movie, and a spacecraft comes down. What was it? Attack of the War of the Worlds. Excuse me. The War of the Worlds, and the way that their spacecrafts were. You know what I'm saying? It's on that level. I'm not trying to fuck up the movie for anybody. I want you to check it out, and I want you to get your own opinion about it. But as I was coming to the end of the movie, and I was forming my own opinion about it, I was just like, okay, I can't wait to hear what the writer had to say about this, about the movie. And come to find out that I wasn't too far off of, of why the chain of events were the way that they were. But I was still way off basis, because it's one of those movies where they tried too hard to make this movie a different type of movie when it comes down to languages and people trying to send the message and understand the message and things like that. It's kind of like when you go to college, you learn all these big ass words, and these big ass words still mean the simple version of what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can use a cuss word to say what that big ass word is, and it's still going to mean the same, and it's still going to hit different. But you know what I'm saying? It depends on how you say it. Excuse me. That's why I don't like to try to sound super smart or try to use big words. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not me. I'd rather use a simple word, a down-to-earth word. It's kind of like talking to somebody and being like, yo, you need to dumb that down. You know what I mean? It's like, I ain't the dumbest person in the world, but I don't understand what that shit is. So, the way that they try to, push the whole idea of there's a message that need to be solved, I was just like, it could have been done differently. But of course, that's the purpose of people making movies. They want to do something different from other people. So I still advise you, if you are a movie buff, you know what I'm saying? If you watch movies, whether you like them or not, if you finish a movie, whether you like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Then this is a movie for you. You might like it. Here I am talking about it. I won't watch it again. But what I am doing is I'm watching videos on the making of it. Things like that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Avatar. I have my beef with Avatar, even though I enjoy the visuals. So when it comes down to a movie like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you break it down to sounds, visuals, and whatever else I can wrap my senses around. But I would say, yeah, check this movie out. Try to watch it with an open mind, It's okay if you're the type of person that, you have to know what's going on throughout the whole movie to where you kind of spoil it for yourself. It's okay. It's a movie, you know what I'm saying? It's entertainment. I also didn't like the colorism or the way that the people of different ethnicities was used in it. Let's put it like this. A non-melanated woman could have played the lead role. You know what I'm saying? No. A melanated woman could have played the lead role. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it like this too. You could have switched races with every character in this movie, and it still would have turned out to be the way it was. But you just gotta look at how these people choose the artists that they choose to work with. You know what I'm saying? I can think of a few other people that would have played those roles differently. You know what I'm saying? That probably would have gave me a different outlook on it. But still, check it out. If you watch it and you want to talk some shit about it, whether it's some good shit or some bad shit, hit me up and we can have some dialogue. We can converse. We can talk some shit about it. All right. This is Podrey, and this is my reaction to the movie Arrival. Came out in 2016. As of this date, it's on Netflix. All right. Peace.